Let's see if an aspiring meteorologist can keep the flame burning.
Yo, what up? It's D Norris. PhD Norris. We're talking about tornadoes today, and you may have a question about them, as can be seen. So tornadoes, that's a freaking cyclone graphic, but they spin in the same direction, and that's your average speeds. I guess an average is a normal tornado size. That's a football field. That makes total sense. There's 110 mile an hour winds normally, and basically an EF2 is where you can about sustain for. Apparently, the big attention is on big tornadoes, which is, compassed by 2%. And when you take a look at the geography of the Earth, U.S. gets quite a lot of tornadoes. I'm glad that there is a separate alley called Dixie Alley, but in my opinion, they should be conjoined to make a bigger, new tornado alley. Cold, dry air can persist, causing parameters of warm fronts and troughs to come, and that will signal your couplets and get your vortices going for a potential squall line and maybe even a QLCS spin up. So those are usually the right conditions. But for the interim, we're going to take a look at some outbreaks. Now, we've had a lot in the past few weeks, actually. January, February, a very active November. But right now, this is the super outbreak. Probably will never be beaten. April 27th in particular, out of those 4 days, that one was absolutely one to remember. $11 billion in damage. These are some of your stats, some of your specs. 324 deaths, unfortunately, and 2,200 injuries. It's really hard to humanize that. And what's worse, potentially, is the damage that could be very hard to rebuild. But not terrible, but, obviously the memories will still stand. Tornadoes in general, though, okay, I guess we're talking about the tri-state outbreak, yes. So I knew this was coming. This was another phenomenon way back in the time. And yes, there was one tornado that we do recall that traveled all the way that distance. 3 tornadoes. And as of 2021, there's actually been another one similar. I don't know what was that? Okay, we got 695 lives lost in our best interest. We now need to take a look at another region, as the U.S. is the center of attention, but Bangladesh is one country that is overshadowed, as they are quite a region for these conditions to appear likely as well. They have no SPC or no way of telling as well as us, or criteria or measurements, but if you take a look, there is some damage, such as 1989, when a terrible tornado hit the town of Sachuria, if I'm right, claiming the lives of 1,300 and 1,200, should have said 1,000. Now we talk about EF5s, which are, of course, the strongest on the enhanced Fujita scale, which is the updated version of the Fujita scale echelon. 200 miles an hour can be exceeded, and you do not want to be in its path. Very, very destructive.